Ooh, let's play. What's up, guys? Bugmars here with episode 13 of Minecraft Let's Play series. I'm actually really happy with how successful this series has gone so far. It might not be very successful to a lot of people, but to me, it's pretty damn good. You can see right at the top there, I started a hardcore world alongside this. Hardcore is one crazy thing. It's really stressful because you die. You know how hardcore works. You die once, the entire world is deleted. Hey, Edgar. Um, you don't want the entire world's deleted. That's really stressful to deal with. Like, that's really tough to sort of be like, okay, we're just gonna play. And in theory, what you could technically do is just sit in your house and just grow food, and you'd be fine. You would live indefinitely. So I don't know. I don't know how serious people take hardcore. Some people probably find it annoying because the world is deleted. I used to be like that. Who knows? I might start a hardcore let's play. Who knows? Actually, something I did want to talk about. You guys know what this is? It's a little, music genre called Nightcore. It's basically regular songs sped the heck up. Um, for whatever reason, it's catching on to a lot of people, including me. And I don't know. I was just sort of curious on other people's thoughts about it. I personally have no issue with it, but I know a lot of people who do. I know a lot of people who still prefer that slow, melodic music, and there's no issue with that. I'm just sort of curious, people's thoughts on it mainly. I forgot to play the scenes. As you can see, our farm is quickly expanding here. But yeah, back to the freaking Nightcore. I actually started making a Nightcore playlist. So if you go to my channel, you can actually see a few Nightcore songs that I sort of picked out as sort of the good songs. Um, yeah, just sort of have at it, enjoy them, and find your own. I mean, I have a mix going on right now. That's like an hour long, and it's just songs that someone compiled. They're usually not their favorite songs, but songs that they like to hear Nightcore wise. Um, and it's really interesting to sort of listen to things like this because it doesn't sound normal. It doesn't sound like you would normally have it. Why is that interesting? I guess I just find it interesting. It's definitely interesting to hear a band like Skillet sped up. If you know who Skillet is, that does sound weird, I think. Um, and they have actually two of Skillet songs in here. If you don't know who Skillet is, they're basically I don't know how I would describe them. I wouldn't describe them as like hardcore, like screamo or metal or anything like that. I would just sort of say rock. I'm really bad with music genres. Actually, a lot of people have been wondering what music I tend to listen to. Literally everything. Um, I mean, I say that to a lot of people, and they're like, "Oh, come on, you don't really mean everything." It's like, yeah, I mention, I bring up Nightcore sometimes, be like, "Oh yeah, I listen to this," and it's just like, "I've never heard of this." Like exactly, and then I'll listen to this, and I'll show them like a video game parody of something, and they'll be like, "I never heard this either." And then I'll play country, and then I'll play, classic rock, and then we'll jump back to rap, and it's just like, I like jumping around. I like being random. I like being weird with the music because music captures emotion. I mean, a lot of my friends from school, especially, basically say music is my life. They say that music will sometimes keep them alive at some points, and that's definitely not a crazy thing to say because for a lot of people, music is their safety, music is their salvation, and it will always be there. It's not going anywhere. And, it's always there to sort of build them back up, no matter what happened. Um, do I personally feel that way about music? No, not really. Um, but I do know that a lot of people do feel that way about it. And, that's fine. I'm not trying to say that's a terrible thing to feel. It's just, it's good that people found a reason to live, I guess, if you want to put it that way. But another reason to live would probably be making videos on the internet. That's actually, um, Again, entertaining an audience, being able to connect with people. That's always a reason to live, you know? Where else can I go with this? Up. I think a little bit of the frame just caught a Skype notification. I'm constantly on Skype. I don't know about you guys, but Skype it used to automatically sign me in whenever my computer started. Now I just click on it. The reason I'm on it so much, it just allows me to communicate with so many different people. I say that, but then I realized, like last night, I don't communicate with as many people as I always say I do. Most of my contacts are from an online empire building game called Eveny. I don't talk with 90% of those people anymore because I don't play anymore. So that sort of fell apart. Um, and I feel like I'm going to keep those contacts on there. It's just I'm not going to interface with them a whole lot. There are a few extreme ones that I'm definitely not going to talk to simply because I was afraid of them then and I'm still afraid of them now as far as what they could do to my computer. Now, you know, those people have no idea who they are specifically, but they can probably guess if they're listening to this video who they are in the first place. Actually, I just thought of a very important detail. Nightcore stuff. It's basically... It has Japanese origins. I feel like it does, anyway. If someone wants to, you know, comment and correct me on that. But it does. It has sort of this Japanese sort of origin feel to it. You know, that explains a lot about what Nightcore is. That explains why it is what it is, essentially. Because Japan is just crazy. Like that is the you know, lesson of the day. Japan is crazy. I mean, they are to a certain extent. I'm not just saying that to try to be mean. I'm literally saying they are kind of crazy. Like they don't do what Americans do. They don't watch what Americans watch. They don't enjoy what Americans enjoy. Does that make them weird? Yes. In the serious form of the word, yes. It does. Because it's weird based on an American perspective. My perspective, you know, it's perfectly fine. You know, do whatever the hell you want. Of course, Nightcore has been sort of this, not exactly new craze, but definitely some sort of a craze. Because for some reason, I was thinking about this yesterday too. My generation enjoys the fast beats. My generation enjoys sort of the, I wouldn't say the pop of everything, but again, just this really fast, really adrenaline-inducing beat. I don't know why we enjoy that. Still trying to figure that out. I know I enjoy it because of the adrenaline rush that it produces. Because if I'm playing a video game and I'm listening to a really fast-paced song, it gets me pumped up. It sort of gets. I don't want to use like the cliche gets my blood flowing, but that's exactly what it does. And it just really sort of heightens me up. Not only doesn't really heighten my awareness, but heightens my reaction time. It makes me a lot faster. Similarly, um, on it, Alpha Brain, something that Rooster Teeth has promoted for a while, it is said to do the same thing. I don't know if it does. I just thought I'd throw that out there. You know, go to figure out their little code for on it. By now, it's probably changed a few times, and you can try it out. Anyway, I did have a playlist on YouTube at one point called the Adrenaline Playlist, which I would just listen to if I'm playing like Halo 3 ODST or something, where I'm just in a firefight and I'm just trying to survive. Same with Nazi Zombies. I was thinking about this earlier today too. I carried whenever I would play Nazi Zombies with my friends, I usually ended up carrying the team. Like they would usually end up dying, and I would probably get like the Bowie knife or something and upgrade it. And if you don't know what the Bowie knife is, it is essentially a weapon that allows you to shoot a knife. It's very important because if you upgrade it, you can actually shoot the knife at allies and instantly revive them. That's what I would do. I would run around and I would stay alive, and I would just shoot, you know, my allies, and I would bring them back to life instantly. And, you know, it was really nice to be able to be sort of that guy carrying everything. It was really nice. Did it get tiring? Yes. Probably about like round 40s or round 30s really when it started getting annoying. Plus, the second I went down, the game was basically over. So it's kind of the other issue. But yeah, no, I played a lot of hours of Nazi Zombies. I played a lot of hours of Firefight. I played a lot of hours of Halo in general. Like when I was younger, back in like 7th and 8th grade, I would just come home and just play the campaign. It was actually a little scary. It's just sort of how much freaking time I would spend on that campaign. I can't exactly recite every single line that the game said. I probably could at one point. That's how much I played it. I don't know what got me so hooked onto it. I think Halo 3 specifically was my very first Xbox 360 title. I had Fable 2, it sort of came with the console, but I didn't play it until later because I sort of got stuck on sort of that childhood area and didn't really want to deal with it. But yeah, no, after I got back into Fable 2, it actually ended up being a really good game. Not easy achievements either, so don't buy it for that. You have to beat the game at least 3 times in order to get all the achievements. So that was a bit annoying. But it's not as bad as Just Cause 2, which you had to beat the game 4 times or 1 time. Basically, it asked you to beat it on all difficulties. I think you had to beat it on one of the difficulties before you could unlock the hardest one. I can't remember. But yeah, that was another amazing game, Just Cause 2. It was essentially Grand Theft Auto really spread out and with a parachute and a zipline. Not a zipline, but like a grappling hook. That might not sound awesome, but all those times you were stuck on the ground in GTA, that doesn't happen in Just Cause 2. Like that particular mechanic of you like running around trying to get a vehicle, that is completely eliminated because you can basically get around wherever the hell you want. You're standing in the middle of the city, you can zip line your way right through the city, in a matter of seconds. And if you see a car like on the little highway strip, you can grab it and you can just you can stun jump, which is you ride on top of it, and you can actually shoot government officials from there, or you can take the vehicle for yourself and just sort of do a demolition derby or whatever. The PC version of the game had multiplayer. The console version did not, unfortunately. But Just Cause 2 is one of those games where it's basically begging for multiplayer. Because you could really do some really crazy things. And of course, the enemies were set up where multiplayer was kind of a thing that should be implemented, almost. Especially if you went on the harder difficulties, they were ready. Like, they were ready to kill you. And they were really ready to take you on. It was really cool. But again, if you're only playing one player, you can go on casual and just have a really fun time. Towards the end of the game, obviously the enemies get more difficult and more numerous, but you can still usually get away. Actually, GTA 4, that was annoying. Remember that sphere? Like, if any of you have ever played GTA 4, you'll know what I'm talking about. It's just like a circle. Like, whenever you would get a wanted level, you had to get out of a certain circle. At level 6, that circle, I think, covered 2/3 of the playable area. At least. In 3, it was a lot different. You had to collect what were called wanted level down stars. And these could be earned from doing Villigan missions that are just found, around the game. Once you collected 6, you were good. You could get 6 at your base, by the way, so you could just lose your wanted level whenever you wanted, essentially. It was a lot better, I think. Because having a certain item that you have to collect in order to lower it is a lot better than trying to get away, because getting away is usually impossible. I think 5 people were complaining that the cops were too stupid, like they didn't know to check every alleyway, for example. Either that or they could see through objects. I'm not really sure which one it was. So basically in this episode, I'm sort of leveling this island. I said in the last episode that I would set up a tree farm back here, for your guys' enjoyment and whatnot. Even though there is just I can't even describe how many trees are in this world. It's tree-tastic. No, they're just a lot of trees. Okay, just a lot of trees. Where's the moon right now? Okay, so it's like midnight. I'm just sort of checking, just sort of making sure that everything's okay. I know that a lot of these episodes have been sort of digging and leveling, but I feel like if I do stuff off camera, it's gonna be like, where the heck did this go? Where the heck did this go? I mean, I definitely want you guys to comment whether I should continue to film everything. Because again, it's all up to you guys. Like, that's the thing. When I started this channel, it's essentially for you. the viewers. So, sake of argument, let's say you don't want to see any more Minecraft. Comment, I don't want to see any more Minecraft. And if enough people say that, you won't see any more Minecraft. Of course, you'll have to give me a game to sort of substitute it. And as long as that game's free, I can guarantee that I can do it. That's how it works. Like you guys are the customers. You guys, I went over this in the last video. I look at my channel as a business, and you guys are the customers. If I don't give the customers what they want, they just go to another channel. They're just like, screw you, and we're gonna go over here. So, it's capitalism. Yay! Let's not get political in this video, though. I have way too many people in my life that would just basically chew me out if I said the wrong thing. Then there's religion, but we'll again that's later on. I think I said in the first few videos that it gets pretty radical in here sometimes. It hasn't gotten radical yet. That's because I'm almost scared. Because I do know of a few people in my life who I don't want to sort of alienate myself from. And yes, some of those people are in marching band, but also some of those people are on the internet, sort of the internet friends. And you never really want to alienate yourself from anybody. It's really bad idea. Unless you actually want to, like unless you want to get away from this person. Which I would have met a few people like that too. Oh, good lord. This is a lot. This is a lot of stuff. Just gonna get rid of this. And again, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, and then again, it's gonna be a tree farm island. I don't know why I'm gonna make a tree farm. I guess I just feel like I need to sort of dominate the landscape a little bit because again, that's like it's a little splotch of humanity. I would say it's at the corner of the world. It's really not. This is an unlimited world, so there really is no corner. That's kind of what I hate about the PC, is that you can get lost really, really easily. That might actually happen in this series. I might actually lose one of my bases and just build like a whole nother base and then find my old one. Just be like, holy crap, they're like the ruins of this one. There's a creeper right next to my house. I hate that. That's why I usually build walls. I build walls in a lot of my worlds just so then mobs can't get that close. Because again, if that creeper exploded, first of all, Edgar would get out. Second of all, I'd have a serious issue because then I've got a gaping hole in my wall, and that's exactly where like the bed is and everything else. This could also be a mine. Now that I think about it, it's like it would all be under the water, so it wouldn't bother me. I could also have that part of the island be the farm, this part of the island be a mine. I'll think about it. Again, a lot of thinking goes into these videos, not really. I think the sun is coming up though. Let's get rid of that creeper. Is he like gone? What happened? I guess he's gone. Okay. I completely forgot that I had armor. Awesome. Alright. Here comes the sun, doo 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 doo. Here comes the sun, and I say it's alright. Anyway, guys, that's probably gonna bring us to the end of this video. With the sunrise and the moon setting, brings us to the end of episode 13 of Minecraft Let's Play series. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and all of that good old stuff that I never say. And with that, let's stop.